So you are for the .NET, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. So you know why you are looking for only .NET? Because we have similar technologies like Java, PHP in market. Why you are going for only .NET?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any reason? Like why only .NET? Why not Java? Why not PHP? So why you are going for only .NET?
We're going for .NET for a few different reasons. The framework's pretty versatile. We use with a variety of programming languages, more so than just, let's say, Java or something like that, which is very specific.
Yes.
And there's a lot of demand for it. So that would be the primary reason.
Yes. And do you have IT background? Like do you know the basics of like the things like OOPS concepts, programming? Any programming concepts? Basic programming concepts you have?
Some, it's hit or miss depending on the people in the group. So some have more IT background than others. So I think it's going to be take it as it comes, and if we need more, we get questions and we'll do that.
Yes. So here the thing is this .NET is especially for those who are from non-IT and those who are going to be as a .NET, I mean, those who are going to be the developer with minimal stress. So .NET is very easy compared to Java, and here everything is predefined. So don't worry. So .NET, even if you are from non-IT background or even if you don't have the basic knowledge of the programming also, this is fine. And you can lead the .NET. That's not a problem. So the thing is, whenever you are going for a new technology, whatever it might be a .NET, it might be a Java, it might be a PHP. So you should keep in mind regarding 5 points. 5 points. You should ask the trainer about these 5 points, and you should get the answer from the trainer. And if you satisfied, then only please join. Otherwise, even me or somebody else, whoever the trainer it might be, please ask these 5 points and join. So first point, what you need to ask the trainer is, like suppose you came for the .NET, you want to learn .NET. So what is .NET? So who is the owner? Who is the owner? And when it was released? So this is the first question. This is the first question. You need to ask the trainer, like, what is .NET? Who is the owner of .NET? And when it was released? Like first question, .NET is nothing but it's a network-enabled technology. What is this network-enabled technology? Why should I call this as a network-enabled technology? Why should I call this as a networking? Like that means if you develop any .NET application that will run on different networks. So what is a network? What is this? How it will run different networks? What is a network? Network is nothing but it is the media. It is the media which pass the information. We pass the information from one place to another place. From one place to another place. That is called network. Network is the media which pass the information from one place to another place. So if you develop any .NET application, that will work on different networks. Yeah. So it will run on any network. So what are different networks we have? We have different networks. You already, I think you might have learned this LAN network, local area network. That is nothing but within the company. Suppose I have a company where I have 10 systems or 20 systems. If I want to share the information among those 10 systems or 20 systems, I will connect all those in a LAN connection and I will share the information. So this type of network is called LAN network, local area network. We use this within the organization. You can say organization. Within the organization, if you have 10 systems or 20 systems, you can connect all those in a LAN and then you can work. Suppose If I want to share the information globally, like now I am in India, you are in US. I want to share the information with you. So that's why we go for WAN network, wide area network. That is nothing but internet. If and only if I have the internet connection, then only I can share the information with you. We have other network called MAN network, MAN, metropolitan area network. That is nothing but this is the network which will provide only for a particular area. The name itself indicating metropolitan. Metropolitan in the sense only for a particular city. Like our cable network within the city, it will work only on particular area. Within the particular city, it will work. Right? So that's why we call this as network-enabled technology. We have different networks. So the applications that are developed by .NET will work on any network. It will work on LAN, it will work on WAN, it will work on MAN, it will work on different networks, even cloud. It will work. Right? So that is called .NET. What is .NET? .NET is a network-enabled technology. Why I am calling this as a network-enabled technology? Because these applications will run on different networks. Okay, fine, not a problem. So you can design. So who is the owner of this .NET? Who developed this .NET? Who is the owner? So Microsoft. .NET is purely Microsoft product. .NET is purely Microsoft product. When it was released, so Microsoft released that. It was released in the year 2000. First version it was released in the year 2000. So this is the first question what you need to ask the trainer. So you came for the .NET. So what is .NET? Who is the owner of the .NET? When it was released. So .NET is a network-enabled technology. It is developed by Microsoft. It was released in the year of 2000. Okay, first question is clear. The second question, so as you are going for a software programming, as you are going as a programming developer, so you should ask the trainer, is it a very important question, is it a platform independent or not? Because in IT or in programming languages, if it is a platform independent, it has a good scope. You can see it has a good scope. So it is whether it is a platform independent or not. Is .NET a platform independent or not? What is this platform independent? So what actually is platform first? Whether it is independent or dependent, that is secondary. What is this platform first? Platform is nothing but it is a combination of CPU plus operating system. It is a combination of CPU. CPU in the sense here system configuration. Don't worry. Don't think like CPU in the sense like it's a CPU. This is system configuration. Suppose if I develop any application, like let us say calculator. I am developing a calculator, simple calculator application by using .NET. So if it is running on any system configuration, there is nothing but like 1 GB RAM, 40 GB hard disk, dual core processor, right? Low system configuration, and any operating system, there is nothing but Windows 7, XP, Linux, Vista, Ubuntu, Mac. You have different operating systems, right? So if my application runs on any CPU, there is nothing but any system configuration and any OS, any operating system, Windows 7, XP, Linux, Vista, any operating system, then I can say it is platform independent, because it will work independent to the platform. There is nothing but it will work on any platform. That's why it is platform independent. So if my application works on only one CPU, one system configuration and one OS, then I can say it is dependent to that CPU and it is dependent to that operating system. There is nothing but, yes, my application will work on only XP operating system. It won't work on any other operating systems. Then I can say, yes, this application is dependent to that operating system. Now, can you tell me, do you think is .NET a platform dependent or independent? That means, can I install .NET applications in any system configuration in any operating system? Or should I have only particular system configuration and particular operating system?
I think the overall goal is some sort of platform independent nature, but in reality it seems to have some dependencies.
Yeah. Then how can you say whether it is, if anybody asks a straight question, is .NET a platform independent or independent? Straight question, only one answer. Independent?
I would say dependent.
Dependent.
No. .NET is...
It should be platform independent, but...
partially independent. Partially means it is...
The view, but it does depend on the OS.
Yeah, no. Here it is, my .NET applications will work on Windows 7, XP, Linux, Vista. Right? It has the problem with Unix and Mac operating system. We are unable to install our applications, .NET applications in Unix and Mac operating system. That's why it is not fully dependent, because if it is dependent, it should work on only one operating system. But my application is working on more than one operating system. And if it is independent, it should work on all the operating systems. But my application is not working on Unix and Mac. So that's why it is not fully dependent. Yeah, it is partially independent. It's partially independent. Soon, I think in the next version, they are going to resolve these problems. Previously, we have the problem with Linux also. Now it was resolved. Now we have the problem with Unix and Mac operating system. So soon in the next version, they are going to resolve. So, okay, this should be the second question. So, is .NET a platform independent or not? So, that is the second question. Okay, the first question is, what is .NET? When it was released, who is the owner? Second question is it platform independent or not? Okay, fine. So, next question will be, like, if I learn .NET, what is my role? What should I do as a .NET developer? What is my work? What should I develop? So, there's nothing but what kind of applications we can develop. What kind of applications we can develop by using .NET. Yes, if you are the .NET developer, or if you have the idea on .NET, so you can develop a console application, you can develop the Windows application, Windows-based application, you can develop the web-based application, and you can develop some part of mobile applications also. So, if you are the .NET developer, you have to ready to develop any of these four. You should not say like I know only console applications, I don't want to do the Windows, or I want to do only web, I don't want to go for Windows. You should not say. As a .NET developer, you should ready to develop. And suppose if I gave any application to you, if I ask you what kind of application it is, how can you identify a particular application is a console or not? Or how can you identify a particular application is what type of application? How can you say? So, any application that runs on the command prompt. Any application that runs through command prompt is called console application. There is nothing but if you are getting the output in the command prompt, there is nothing but console application, purely console application. And window-based application, how can you say a particular application is a Windows or not? So, now I am saying Skype. Is Skype a window-based application or a web-based application? Now we are using GoToMeeting.
Those are still Windows-based applications, just because they use the internet, but they're being installed on a physical computer. They reside on a physical computer. They're not fully web-based, meaning they do get installed. They're not just stored in a browser.
Yeah, most of the people, they will have a confusion that, so like Windows application means any application that is going to install in your PC, that is going to install in your PC is called window-based application. You should not say like whether it is working with internet or it is working without internet. So don't bother about the internet. If it is installing in your PC, it's called window-based application, right? So Skype, GoToMeeting, MS Office, the Notepad, all these are called window-based applications. The applications that are running in applications that are installing in your PC is called window-based application. So here you can see Skype. If I want to work with the Skype, I should have an internet connection. If and only if I have the internet connection, then only I can open my Skype account. But if I want to open the Skype account, first I need to download the Skype and I need to install in my PC. Then I need to start working. So any application that is going to install in your PC is called window-based application, and any application that is going to run by using web is called any application that is going to run by using browser is called web application. You can see Facebook. Do I need to install any Facebook software? No, I should go to the browser and I will type www.facebook.com. Gmail. Do I need to install any Gmail software? No, I will directly go to the www.gmail.com. LinkedIn. All these are called web-based applications. And you can see the mobile applications. Any application that works on mobile is called mobile application. You can see Android, right? So those type of applications are called mobile applications. So if you are the .NET developer, you have to ready to develop any of these kinds of applications. So as a .NET developer, your role might be the console or a Windows or a web or a mobile. So mostly 90% of the companies, they depend upon the web. 90% of the companies, they go with the web application. Only 10% of the companies or 6%, 5 to 6% of the companies, they go with Windows. Only 3 to 4% of the companies, they go with console or a mobile. So the major market is for web. So you should concentrate most on web application. Okay. So these are the three questions. Like first question is you already know, and second question is platform independent or not, and third question is what kind of applications I can develop if I am the .NET developer. Okay. So we can develop the console and Windows and web and mobile applications. Okay. So what should be the fourth question? Yes. Okay. I'm the .NET developer. So what are the softwares I require? What are the softwares I require? Because as it is a software based application, so you should require some of the softwares to work with the .NET. Yes. If you are the .NET developer, you should have two softwares. One is Visual Studio. The latest version is 2013. Second one is SQL Server. This is also 2012. So Visual Studio is nothing but this is used to write front end code. What is front end? Front end in the sense what user can see. There is nothing but login page, registration page, change password. Whatever the user can see directly is called front end, right? So there is nothing but every website is a front end, right? So the front end applications code we are going to write in Visual Studio, and the back end like database. If you want to store the data, we use SQL Server, like it is called database. So here SQL Server is the database, and both are from Microsoft, and it is recommended to use SQL Server. So because we have other databases also, Oracle, Sybase, DB2, MS Access, yeah. So as per the .NET, for .NET, it is recommended to use SQL Server as the backend. So And okay, so I'm saying like you should have two softwares. One is Visual Studio and second one is SQL Server. Then is it an open source or a paid source? There is nothing but these two softwares are free download, or should I pay the license, or should I have the license? Is it free or a paid software? What is this? What type of softwares are these? So .NET is purely paid software. It is paid software of $1,000 per system. But Microsoft is providing two versions of Visual Studio. One is trial version, second one is developer version. Trial version is for those who are practicing, those who are learners, or you can say students. This is free. Trial version is free. But if you are doing the projects or products, you should have the developer version. So this is a paid one. Developer is paid. So you no need to worry. You can go to the Microsoft website. There you can download Visual Studio 2012 or 2013 for free. Right? So if you want to do a project or a product, then you should have genuine software. Okay, this is the fourth question. And what is the fifth question? Very important question. How much time it will take to learn? Okay, first question is, what is .NET? When it was released, is it a platform independent or not? What kind of applications we can develop? And then what are the softwares we require? Then last question is, how much time it will take to learn .NET? This is very important. So here, this learning .NET might be different from trainer to trainer. So coming to me, so from the last 5 years, I am in completely .NET. Right now, I am working as a senior .NET developer, and till now, I trained more than 100 students from abroad, like US, only from US, right? So now, how much time it will take? So here actually this .NET is basically divided into two types. One is basic .NET, like, and second one is advanced .NET. Advanced .NET. So the basic .NET is for those candidates who are going for an entry-level jobs, who are going as an entry level, like fresher level jobs. Advanced .NET is for those who are giving some experience in their resumes. This is for experience. So in the basic .NET, we are going to cover C#, completely console applications and everything, damn concept, like, what is a function, what is a method, what is a class, what is an object, threads, delegates, generics, events, files, exception handlers, assemblies, like every damn thing we are going to cover in the C#. The next one is Windows applications. So how to develop the Windows applications. Then we will see some SQL Server concepts, like how to create a table, how to insert the data into the table, how to get the data from the database to the front end. Then fourth one is ADO.NET. How to connect a front end and a back end. Front end is nothing but our registration page. Back end is nothing but my database. That's nothing but if I enter my details in the registration and if I click on submit, that has to save into the database. So how to save, how to connect. And fifth one is ASP.NET. And sixth one is XML. Right? Then seventh one is, web services. So these, and we can have, securities. ASP.NET security. These are the 8 things that we are going to cover in the basic .NET, right? So this is for who are going as an entry level job. Suppose if you are giving 1 year experience or 1 year experience, you should have a knowledge on Ajax also. Apart from basic, you should have a concept called Ajax if you are giving 1 year experience. Suppose if you are giving more than one, like 2 years experience, you should have knowledge on JavaScript and jQuery. Right? So if you are giving 3 years of experience, you should have a knowledge on WPF and WCF. Suppose if you are giving more than 3, like 4 years of experience, you should have a knowledge on the link queue. Sixth one is entity framework. And seventh one is MVC. And the eighth one is link queue. Yeah, we have one more concept called, your MVC. Then you can call this as in MVC only we have advanced MVC. You can say this is called advanced MVC. Coco classes like database first, code first. So that is called. These are the 8 things we are going to cover in advanced.NET. So this basic.NET will take 40 hours. 40 hours of training in basic.NET. After this 40 hours, I am going to give you a project. My way of training is like these 8 topics I am going to cover in 40 hours. Like it will, sometimes it may take 40 to 50, like 10 hours, like the grace period. So after this 40 hours, I'm going to give you a project. So where you should do that project. Once if you do that project, you will have a confidence that yes, I have some idea. Then once if you have the confidence, then it's better to go with an advanced.NET. This advanced.NET also it will take 40 hours. So total complete 80 hours it is going to take. So basic as well as advanced. So first, like get a clarity, like you want to go with the basic or you want to go with an advanced, because basic is different and advanced is different. So both the things. So otherwise you can go with first basic and then get a clarity and then go with an advanced. Fine. So okay, these are the 5 points what you need to ask the trainer. Like what are those 5 points? Like what is .NET? Then is it a platform independent or not? And what are the softwares I required? What kind of applications I can develop? And how much time it will take to learn .NET? And the next question is, what is the difference between Java and .NET? Suppose if anybody asks you why you are going for .NET, why not Java? I am saying the differences. What is the difference between Java and .NET? So I will tell you some of the differences. .NET, Java. Yeah, .NET is, it's a Microsoft product. Who developed Java? Who is the owner of Java?
Oracle.
Previously it was Sun Microsystems. Now it was completely overtaken by
Oracle.
Now it is Oracle product. Yeah, very good. It's an Oracle product. And here .NET is a partially independent. I'm not saying advantages. Here I'm saying the differences. I'm not saying the advantages of .NET over Java. I'm saying just the difference between Java and .NET. Java is fully independent. Third one is .NET is user friendly. There's nothing but everything is predefined. So you don't need to have much concentration about the coding. It is user friendly. So Java is programmer friendly, where you need to write more code. So programmer friendly. programmer friendly. There's nothing but one who has good programming skills, they can go for Java. Then fourth one is .NET has interoperability. It's a very good feature in .NET, interoperability. That is nothing but, suppose if you have written your code in C++, or if you have written your code in C language, so now I want to convert this to C#. Is it possible? Because whenever you are converting one language to another language, you will find syntax problems, you will find data type problems, and you will find, the logic problems, right? So yes, but in our .NET we can do that interoperability, but in case of Java we don't have that interoperability. In .NET we have pointers. I will tell you what actually is pointer and why Java doesn't have the pointers. That I will tell you, but as of now, if anybody asks you, you should ready to explain 5 to 6 differences. Yes, we have pointers. Sixth one. Yeah. And here in .NET, .NET is a paid source. One second, I will come back to you. Yeah. Paid source, and Java is an open source. Java is an open source. There is nothing but free download. And in .NET, if you want to write the code, we have Visual Studio. Only one software we have, Visual Studio, to write the code. But in Java, I didn't get you.
No, I have a question actually. Like, if you go to fifth
Yeah,
point, like you mentioned, like Java have pointers. Like,
no, sorry. No pointers. Yes, sorry. .NET has the pointers. Java doesn't have the pointers. In Java, we have JVM, Java Virtual Machine. So actually, that concept is taken care by the JVM part. So actually, we have pointers in Java. Actually, here I have to say no. Sorry, I missed it. Right. Yes. So .NET is a paid source and Java is an open source. And we have only one software called Visual Studio to write the code in .NET. But in Java will depend upon third-party tools. Java will depend upon third-party tools. There is nothing but some people they will write the code in NetBeans. Some people they will write the code in Edit Plus. Some people they will write the code in Notepad. Some people they will write the code in Edit Plus, Notepad, Eclipse. Right? We have different softwares for Java, but in case of .NET, we have only one software, that is Visual Studio. That too is a Microsoft product. And eighth one, in .NET we have
using web developer can't we use Visual other than Visual Studio? Using web developer can't we develop .NET application?
No. If you are developing a .NET application, you must write the code in Visual Studio. There is no second option.
Okay.
So next, in .NET we have link queue concept. It is a very important concept. There is nothing but language integrated queries. What is this language integrated queries? That is nothing but, suppose now you are the .NET developer, right? So you have to do a registration page where if the user enters the data should save in the SQL server. The data should save in the SQL server. Okay, you have written the code to do that, and for that you should have some SQL server knowledge. There is nothing but like how to connect to the SQL server, how to insert the data, how to update the data, minimum basic knowledge of SQL server you should have. Suppose you are doing a next project where you are the .NET developer, but your client is asking to do the backend as Oracle. So what you should do? Again, you should learn some Oracle queries, or again you should concentrate on Oracle. Okay, you've done with the Oracle also. Suppose in future if you go for some other company, so you are the .NET developer, but they are asking the backend as MS Access. So again you need to learn MS Access. Suppose if you are working in some other project, so your database might be DB2. Because it has already data in DB2, you don't want to change the data from the DB2. So, can you remember all these queries? You may forget at least one query. So it's not possible to remember entire queries by a single developer. So that's why what Microsoft did is, why don't we connect all the backends or all the databases by using a single query? Why should I learn SQL Server? Why should I learn Oracle? Can't we connect all this by using a single query or by using a single code? Yes, we can connect. That is called link queue, a very good feature which is available in .NET, and that is not available in case of Java. No, in case of Java. Right? Suppose in .NET, we have 5 access specifiers. Like this, we have a lot of differences. 5 access specifiers, and in Java we have 4 access specifiers, like public, private, all these are called access specifiers. 4 access specifiers. And 10th one is in .NET, like suppose if you want to do like threads, or if you want to do with we have predefined namespace. In .NET we have near around 600 plus namespaces, predefined libraries, and 13,000 plus classes predefined. I'm not saying user defined, I'm saying predefined. When you install the software, you will get all this. And 6 lakh plus functions. 6 lakh plus functions. There is nothing but inbuilt. All these are called inbuilt. Right? So this is the 10th important. And in Java, we have less libraries.
6 million.
6 lakhs, yeah. 6 lakh plus functions, predefined. So in Java, we have less libraries. Right? So like this, coming to the function, I'm saying that the basic difference. I'm not saying the coding differences. So coming to the functionality and coding, then it's totally different. So .NET is very easy and everything is predefined. Just you need to know like where to use, when to use, and how to use. Where to use, when to use, and how to use. That's it. So these are the 6 points where you should have an idea before getting into the .NET curriculum. Right? So first point, what is .NET? Second point, is it a platform independent or not? Third point, what kind of applications we can develop? And fourth point, what are different softwares we use? Fifth point, how much time it will take, and what are the topics we are going to cover, what are the modules we have, and sixth point, and what is the difference between a Java and a similar technology, .NET. Similar technology, .NET. So these are the key things what we need to have. So any doubts in this or any doubts regarding .NET or anything, you can ask me. So I will give a clear picture and then. So any doubts?
No, I think we're good.
Any doubts?
Like, are we going to
Is it
cover
clear, like complete? Your voice is breaking. I didn't get you.
Windows Azure Cloud Computing Technology? So, are we going to
No. Yeah, I will give you the overview because we can't directly connect to the cloud because we need to have the credentials. But I will give you the view like in the advanced .NET. So here I will show you like how to connect, like how to deploy our applications. There is nothing but even it might be a normal web or even it might be a cloud. So how to deploy, that we are going to see.
So like HTML5 and CSS3?
No, that is completely the designing part. Here in jQuery, we are going to cover some. Here in ASP.NET, we have CSS and HTML. And here in jQuery is like how to design your applications very rich. There's nothing but how to have a slide showing your application, how to have a good menu control, how to have a video file, how to have an audio file. That we can do in jQuery. So here we don't need to bother about you should have an idea like what is CSS, what is HTML, then what is jQuery. All these are designing tools. but you should concentrate more on functionality because you are not the designer. The designers are separate. And you are the .NET developer. You should concentrate on coding. But apart from that, if you are going for a small company, you don't have any designers. You are the designer and you are the developer and you are the database and you are the testing. But if you go for some medium level companies, there they will maintain the designer team is separate, developer team is separate, database is separate, and testing is separate. But you should have an idea, like designing, developing. Yes.
Okay.
Anything else? Yeah. Anything else? Yes. We discuss more in depth, like in the coming classes. Like what is jQuery, what is WPF, what is Windows Presentation Foundation, what is WCF, and what is the advantage of WCF. That we are going to discuss. Don't worry as of now. Right? Yeah. So anything else you can ask me.